Hello, I'm Otto, and welcome to episode 35 of my Factorio Post Novice Guide. So in the last episode, we beefed up our lightning capacity, I guess, like lightning collecting capacity. We set lightning collectors all over the base. We also stamped down a bunch of the upcyclers. They are all turning away. We did some changes to the sushi bus to try to make sure that we collected as much of this scrapped material as possible. Did a few things here and there. We made some electric engine units because we will need that for some of the items that we are about to make. So whenever I set these up, I kind of initially did that so that we would have enough power to be able to make another change. And I never made that change. We are quite behind on electrolyte and holmium plates. And the main reason we are behind on both of these is because of the holmium solution. They are just not getting enough. We have plenty of holmium ore. It is backing up quite nicely. We just do not have the... like, these guys are just chugging along. So we are going to double this. I also am aware that I'm going to have to shift these back some. So I'm just going to do that. One should be enough. Okay. So I'm going to copy all of this. And why are you not... why are you blinking at me? Whatever. We will correct that shortly. So yeah, we're just going to double it up. We just need to make sure that we connect all of the pipes together. That includes the holmium solution in the middle, and the top, and the underground. And I believe we're going to need some power back here as well. Okay, so that will end up doubling... oh no. I might have to use better quality. One of the downsides. Or not. Anyways. Okay. While they're doing that, we have a few things to do. So first off, we have a few extra things to make. There's going to be some stuff that we want to bring to Gleba with us that we do not currently have in production anywhere, actually. So I'm going to grab the bot mall blueprint, and we're going to make some boilers. I definitely want to have a few of these. We will end up... oh. That's fun. Maybe I should just make some boilers on Novice. How about we do that? Since we already have a space lined up for it, where is my mall? Oh, I've even still got it set up. How about that? Well, that's convenient. Okay, so I'm going to limit that to, I don't know, enable if boiler. We're going to need a lot, but maybe not that much. 200? Sure. It is better to bring more than enough than nowhere near enough, so I want to add some more things here. There's actually a lot that I want to stamp down. Like, we have a lot of materials. We have 4 full belts of trash coming through, so we definitely want to start working on getting as much of... oh! Well, that was fast. Sick! Alright, well, we're adding something else to Novice. Let's see. We need some more... where is it? Where is it? This. Of course you don't have power. Portable fission reactor. Yes, please. How many are you going to make? 20? Rocket capacity is 4? That's fine. Okay, so we will get someone. You? How about you bring me some... Let's just do 4 of those. Bring me 4 of those, please. Thank you. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, well, we're going to do a bunch of stuff for that then. Because we will need to... Okay, first off, we still have the regular personal roboports. We need to make the Mark II. And we want to try to upcycle this. We want to try to upcycle our exoskeleton, which was the main reason why I created some electric engine units on this planet. We need some battery. Oh, speaking of batteries. Yeah, let's cancel this. We need batteries. We need Tesla weapons. All stuff that we're going to be... Well, we definitely need the Tesla weapons for when we go to Gleba. There are some interesting enemies over there, and this is the most effective weapon against them, so we were going to do that. I also needed to get some of this going. I like to have 5 productivity for each of the starting items, so yeah, we'll just queue that up for a bit. For a bit. Okay, so how about we just use the upcyclers and determine what we need from here. So what do we need? We need Mark II roboports. For that, we need Mark I roboports, and we have some other stuff that we need that we already have. So let's get our bot mall and stamp down some of these. Now, I'm going to separate the... I'll just start on this side. How about that? We'll just alternate. So I don't know how many of these I need. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so this requires 0.25 and these make 0.12. So basically we need 2 for each one of these, so this is fine. What else do we need? We need exoskeleton. He's got everything that he needs. I'll wait on the battery, but let's see what it needs. Supercapacitor. Okay, I think we're short on supercapacitors at the moment because of the lack of holmium plate. Although the holmium plate looks like it's doing better. Holmium solution, not so much. Is there a hiccup somewhere? Everything seems to be connected. Everything looks like it's working. Yeah, we're going to start draining through this holmium pretty fast, so... I don't know how our power's okay. We could definitely do better. Thankfully, I started setting this up, so we will have some more coming in soon, hopefully. I also I set aside an area here, so this is all upgrading to green quality, to uncommon. And then I have a large section up here that is designated to upgrade to rare, so basically anything that we make from this upcycler will end up getting used. Yeah, you can see that one just got snatched right out. Also, I am not deleting this. I'm not turning it off. So even if you think you have enough, like let's say that we look down and we went, oh my gosh, I have like 3 rows of bulk inserters for the rare. Yeah, you're going to need all of that if you are eventually going to swap to having everything be legendary. So I'm just going to let these run. They will eventually stop. And once they do stop and then we unlock epic, all of these bottlenecks will sort themselves out. That's the beauty of this upcycler. It will just continue to function even after it gets locked out of... Look at what the... I got a second one? Oh boy. That was unexpected. Anyways. How many of these do I have? Alright. So we're getting to the point where hopefully sooner rather than later we will just be able to start taking rare stuff with us. And we won't have to worry about like, oh, what kind of quality do I have access to? I think we might end up taking, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We've got a lot of stuff to do in this episode and we're 10 minutes in. I'm probably going to stamp down a bunch of stuff and just speed through it. So let me at least take a look and see what I'm going to need. So we're definitely going to need some batteries. We just unlocked the new one. So that means that I need bot malls for a lot of this one, a little bit of this one, and an upcycler for this guy. We already placed this one. We already placed this one. I'm not going to upcycle the power. That is a non-issue. I could also set up some upcyclers for these. This is a great planet to do that on since we have access to a lot of this. And we don't really, like, for instance, the LDS we're not really using for much. So that is an option to try to upcycle these guys on this planet. Because at the end of the day, we're going to be scrapping a lot of stuff, right? Like you can kind of see there's... Well, I guess you can't see. I was going to say there's a lot of steel coming through, but obviously there's kind of not. We're using it, thankfully. There's some iron plate coming through. There's some copper. Batteries, yeah. We're about to not have batteries coming through here. Okay, so I am going to speed this up, get a lot of stuff placed, and I will see you on the flip side. And we're back. Okay, so we have some serious luck on our hands. Like, I can't believe I got a second one of these. Okay, so obviously I went through and placed a couple of things for the armor set. This is going to be a lot better. We are moving way faster. So there's a couple of other things that I need to get set up, and I wanted to not do that during the speed tasking. Just to kind of go over a few things that I did, though. Obviously, you saw that I added some productivity modules to this. That is to kind of help out with the lack of holmium ore, because since this is disappearing a lot faster, you can kind of see that we will run out sooner rather than later. So it's better to have productivity modules for a lot of these. I added some productivity here as well as one speed. And are we still not producing enough? Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, because we need a lot of electrolyte, like a lot. I knew this wouldn't be enough. I said whenever I placed all this that it wouldn't be enough, and here we go. Anyways. Oh, it's such a slow trickle. You know what? I might just do the speed thing as well. Okay, so that'll... Whoops, I did not mean to... Whatever. So that'll hopefully help get this going a little bit faster. It's going to eat through a lot of our holmium, but that's okay. And what? I'm having... Please tell me this is because of power. Yeah, okay. So obviously we are having some serious power issues. That's largely because of all the modules that I put in. I did start requesting in some... I did start requesting in some more accumulators though, so hopefully that will help us out a bit. Man, I cannot believe, like, I feel like I didn't use this many accumulators in my last playthrough, but I have way more machines here too, so... yeah. What are some of the other things that we need to drop? Yeah, so I added in some of these too for our space platforms. Yes, so we have now unlocked a lot of the Tesla stuff, and wherever that is, we have the Tesla gun up here, and we have Tesla turrets down here. So I kind of think that for now, instead of trying to upcycle these, because we are, like, this is pretty electrolyte intensive, we are probably just gonna drop some of the mall blueprints down here and see if we can get just a, like, we just need a little bit, right? So I think that maybe we can steal from this guy. Let's see, we need definitely some Tesla guns. The turret needs a Tesla gun, so that's kind of convenient to have these next to each other. We'll fix the in and out, the piping, actually. We'll just do that now. And then some Tesla ammo. The Tesla ammo is not going to be enough for the limit that we have. So let's just do 1,000. And then he can create away and whatever. Okay, so that is all of the tech that we needed. And I think that's just about it. That almost wraps up everything that we needed to do on this planet. We expanded the recycling. We are in the works for updating the power. That's just kind of something that's going to have to naturally happen on its own. we have done all of the beefing up that we can do pretty much. These guys are in queue for the uncommon. And what was that? Wait, what are you guys missing over here? Oh, the quality modules. So that's something else that we're going to end up doing. Before I like really decide, okay, it's time to go. Like, yes, most of the stuff that these guys are upcycling, like for instance, this is not wasted. I could fill this entire inventory with the rare mech armor, and I would probably not even feel bad about it because eventually we're going to have to upgrade this to epic. And the epic has, you know, its own chances based on how many rares and then legendary after that. So it's about something like 100 times harder to make a legendary than it is just a regular mech armor. Again, so the more of those we have, the more likely we are to eventually get a legendary once we unlock it on Aquilo. And yeah, so that is just part of the fun, part of the battle. I definitely want to go through and use a lot of this stuff though. Like, it's really easy to just be like, you know what, I'm going to wait until we really need it. But the thing is like, for instance, let's take these guys. These guys are just going to town. They are going at it. So you can see that this one, without the upgrade, requires 388 kilowatts of power while it's running. Do I have that many active bots? My goodness. All of my logistics bots are active. Haha, that's awesome. I think that's maybe the most logistics bots I've ever had active on a planet, like, at a single time. I've never used this many bots before. There we go. So now it's upgraded, and it's still using 388 kilowatts. However, because it is, you know, 60% faster, at some point it might actually catch up and then turn off. So that would, in theory, help out with power because it's going to be active for less time to do the same result. If that makes any sense. There's a couple more things that I was waiting for. What was it? The batteries? One. I might have to just accept that I'm not going to have certain upgrades, and that's going to have to be okay. Ooh, a lot of those. This is great because this is increasing the amount of bots that we can carry too. So this is 40 per, 32, 32, 32, 32, 32. Let's see, let me just grab one more. And then all of those guys can get recycled. Okay, so 32 times 5 is 160 plus 40. So I can have 200 bots on me now. That is fantastic. If I can find them in my inventory. There we go. Yeah. The faster this gets going, the better, because this is a huge dilemma. I did not think about them crossing this ravine. I was like, oh, they'll be fine. Like, we're good. Okay, so do we have our boilers? How are the boilers coming along? Okay, we have 200 boilers, so we're going to grab the peon and we're going to get him to head to Novice. Oh, he's already there. We're going to get him to request a bunch of stuff, and hopefully he has the room for all of this. Actually, I think we can safely say that we don't want any more of this stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to drop some of the extra stuff. We don't want that. We want this from Fulgora. We're also going to want to bring some weapons with us. Some ammo. Oh, we might not have room for that. You know what? Okay, it's fine. We'll have an initial like push for things that we want to bring with us. And I hope that's not affecting actual Volcanus. Did I still have that queued up? It doesn't look like... Do I have two full... Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to need to rename our peons supplies. Let's just call this, I don't know. Wait, we already had a supplies. Really? Okay, I'm going to have to check and see who else uses supplies. Anyways, we obviously don't want that. We want this from Fulgora. We want 200 boilers from Novice. We're going to want some ammo. We're going to want a couple of things. So we might have to make 2 trips. I don't really know just yet. But, I mean, there's maybe some things that we could remove. We're not going to need nuclear power at all. We're not going to do much with trains, so I could just omit this. Gleba is one of those situations where you don't want to store any more materials than you have to. We don't need pump jacks. Anyways, okay. So this is a little bit of a shorter episode, kind of. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it there. In the next episode, we are heading to Gleba. I'm very excited about getting to Gleba. It's been a long time since I've been there. I have quite a few ideas on how we're gonna tackle it. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for me. I will see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching.